Ready? 5 seconds. Start. I am not suggesting that there should be censorship of the newspapers. We are not in favor of censorship. There should be some self censorship. In a critical period like this, there should be some sense of restraint or responsibility on the part of many leading newspapers of this country. I regret to say this leading newspapers go on giving news not only to the people of our country but also abroad. This will be taken as an evidence. Indian newspapers constantly write that the people in Kashmir are convinced that everything they are setting fire to this old township and all that has been done by the army. No contradiction comes from the government's side. I do not know why the government keeps quiet on this matter. It is an intolerable state of affairs. It is these Indian newspapers which are quoted as evidence abroad. What better evidence could there be? I do not want to name those newspapers. Not all newspapers behave like this, but some have. Next para. The third thing I want to say, and I say it with conviction, is that our army, because of the duties that are being imposed on that army, has become a much maligned army. I do not say that the army personnel here and there do not commit things which they should not do, but a general picture which is held out of an army which is interested in nothing except committing atrocities on people. An army whose prime job is to defend our borders against external aggression, whose prime job is not internal security duties. That army is more and being pushed into playing a role which is the worst possible thing for the army's discipline. It is not its job to go rounding up people from civilian areas, taking people away for interrogation, looking for some people who are supposed to be absconding, and so on. This is not the job of the army. Why? One reason is that it brings them more and more into direct confrontation with the civilian population, a thing which should be avoided at all cost. Next para. After that, it is Jawans who are blamed for everything that follows. The Jawans have their own training. We know what the army training is, and you cannot expect them not to behave in a particular way if they are attacked and something like that. But this is not the way to run the army in these areas where they are constantly being brought into confrontation with the civilian population, and the thing which is more detrimental to the army's young morale and discipline in the long run. Next para. Fourthly, I would say on the date which is approaching fast, if we do not go in for election, I am coming to that later. On the only alternative left to us is to pass a constitution amendment and further extend the period of president's rule in Kashmir. Our experience of this so many times we have done, in my view, is that it is entirely unproductive. It has not solved any problem. It has further alienated the people from us. It sends out the message that all we got for them in store is this president's rule, which is danda. We talk about democratic process, this and that, but every time what we have been doing is just extending this president's rule. And now if we again go through that exercise, I think at this particular point of time nothing could be more disastrous. So the signal sent out will be a very wrong one if we opt for that course. Next para. Now, sir, the only option left is to go in for elections. All the difficulties bristle with difficulties. The path to elections in Kashmir bristles with difficulties. There is no question of having any illusions about it. Next para. But the point is whether it is in the long run going to be better for the people to feel that they are being ruled by their own elected representatives, or they are being ruled only from Delhi. There is every chance. We do not want an election in which people will not participate. That will be ridiculous. It will become a farce, a mockery. We have to have an election which at least a substantial number of people can participate, will cast their votes. Next para. The Hariyat, which claims to represent 27 organizations, the leaders of the Hariyat have been reported to have said recently after their meeting here with the President of Pakistan, which was allowed, that they will not participate in any elections. I do not know whether this is a correct version of their statement or not. If the Hariyat comes out with a call for a boycott of the elections as things stand at present, do we really feel that people will go and vote? Stop.